Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today's a pretty spectacular day, I'd say. One of the things that's very interesting is Terra Classic and, well, coins in that little ballpark. This coin is up like 10% over the last hour. And even the other Terra, the official Luna nowadays. That coin has been just going absolutely wild. Literally yesterday, I think it was up 250%. And the strangest thing is, it's not dumped in the meantime anymore. Alright, Terra Classic dumped in that little while. Okay, sure. But still, it's up a crazy amount as well. You can read the differences here in price over the last couple of weeks here. It's just absolutely wild. And then, of course, also, we have seen Bitcoin going on a crazy recovery. You guys have most likely all noticed it already, but I believe previously, let me quickly see which one it was, we put into perspective everything we expected for the Bitcoin price. Here we go. Basically, we had three most important levels: 17.7 thousand, $20,000, and 21.7-ish thousand dollars. Right now, we're back at that upper echelon, basically, right? After getting rejected at 20,000 a couple of different times, the moment that we broke above, after we got a little slight rejection, or at least a slight little retest right there. After the moment we got above, we've risen all the way towards 21.7, slightly below it at 21.6, to be honest with you. You can see here it's 21,598, but basically 21.7. If we look back at our earlier chart here, you can see we've gotten within that area again. And right now we're basically looking to pivot either towards the downside yet again, potentially towards $20,000. Those are basically the only two levels that Bitcoin has been bouncing in, right? 21.7 thousand for the last very long time. You can only see it here until August 19th, but trust me when I say, because I have not charted anything for you guys in a video in like weeks or maybe even months already. That is one of the most important levels, $21.7 thousand. So we're basically hovering in the midst of these three major zones. Having said that, today Bitcoin is up about 1% at around 21.2-ish thousand dollars right now. Ethereum before the merge is also doing pretty well, $1,718, and that merge might change a lot, guys. It can change a lot for Ethereum. Obviously, it's not going to be as we know it anymore. Gas prices are increasing drastically, but Ethereum is also adjusting and switching to proof of stake. I wonder if it's going to pump going into the merge, or maybe just literally go crazy in terms of a dump. Both make a lot of sense. The reason I'm saying pump is because it's an exciting event. It's a major fork, or I guess a merge major change, and a really good one for a lot of different reasons. These are, Microsoft Defender. Ooh, we're of course good. The reason I'm saying it might be a little bit more the negative side is because a lot of people are not happy with this change. Plus, it might be delayed. Who knows? Maybe something goes wrong, or because it's just such a mundane thing. We've been preparing for this merge for years. It's not the most special thing anymore now. If you've been telling that you're going to do something for years and then you finally do it, it's like, well, but you already prepared us years ago that you were going to do it. So yeah. BNB sitting at $292, one of my favorite coins as of this moment, by the way, and XRP sitting at around 35 cents. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, though. So regarding the whole Terra Luna situation, there's so many articles. Here's why Terra Classic has soared 250% this month. Well, pretty recently, a new staking service went live on Terra Classic, serving as the first major cue behind the ongoing Luna Classic price rally. Apparently, a huge amount of this Luna is getting staked and people are very excited about it. The second major factor is potentially a Luna Classic token burn. It was proposed to go for a 1.2% token burn tax on all transactions that will enable LUNC to become a deflationary crypto. And I guess potentially just some earlier excitement and partially, I think, also some manipulation from some bigger parties or a collaborative effort to push the price upwards or something like that. Because just from a staking or just from a burn initiative, which is relatively small, it doesn't seem that logical to pump this severely. There's like a 1,000 articles about the situation, by the way. It's not as if it's only one. Here it's about Luna itself, because it also pumped 200% yesterday. Both of these cryptos have gone absolutely wild. What I honestly think happened here is people are looking for two things. One, with the Luna Classic, they're looking for the next meme token to pump and buy up and go crazy with. But also, they were looking for this redemption arc with Luna Classic. A lot of people are just waiting out there in their chair right now at home, waiting for Luna Classic to get its old reign back. And the same thing kind of applies to me. I've actually got a lot of Luna Classic that I bought in the biggest of dips, and Luna and USTC, or whatever the name is now, USTC, the old UST. Because I'm always thinking like maybe it'll go back to the old glory times. I think a lot of people are of this idea. Let's just buy it now while it's ridiculously cheap, a meme coin, and let's hope that eventually it goes up. And then the moment that it does start to trend upwards, they're going heavier on that spree because they think maybe now is the moment that it's going to get back to its older glory. I've given you pretty often some idea as to why it's pretty smart to buy some of these hyped up tokens if you're quote unquote early to them. However, with Luna, it's like a literal throwing up a dice and seeing what's going to happen. It's not a logical feat anymore for this crypto to go up. I'm also not going crazy on it. The only thing I think is smart is to have some if you bought it cheaply. I wouldn't necessarily say go buy it right now because it doesn't seem like the most useful crypto at all. I don't really like the ecosystem. I don't really like too much about it anyway. Even if you think about this tax, it's not going to change too much straight to the bat. This is a longer term idea, longer term plan. Because even let's say they were to burn 1.2% of every single Luna out there. Is it going to make the biggest of differences? Not necessarily. And that's not even what's going on. It's a 1.2% tax burn per transaction, I'm assuming. But I'm also now reading that they actually got the approval for the tax burn as well. So that's also been set in stone. It's now been set from 0 to 0.012, which is 1.2%. And this is actually for transactions of Luna Classic and UST Classic over on the Terra Classic network. So it is a good thing for them. But let me know down below, are you still holding this crypto or not? And then for my Cardano ADA hodlers out there. Again, I like to ask if you're holding these cryptos just because I'm curious, but hey. There is a question on Twitter mostly of people asking if Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, could do something about the hard fork or could do something about the tokens. Cardano ADA founder Charles Hoskinson says he cannot change the ADA supply or force Vasil hard fork. So a Bitcoin maximalist that goes by the name of BTC Brian21, he basically alleged that Charles Hoskinson could just change the supply or go through and get the hard fork done if you want to. So Charles Hoskinson said, Bitcoin maxes are beyond stupid. I can't even force the Vasil hard fork and everyone wants it, you know? I can't change the token supply because of centralization. That makes absolutely no sense. A little while ago, Charles Hoskinson also had some opinions on the stance of token burning, if you guys remember. Unknown to the Bitcoin maxi, Charles has strongly opposed the idea of burning ADA to boost its value. According to Hoskinson, such a move requires ADA to be stolen from its holders and destroyed. About a year ago, he compared the idea of burning ADA to stealing food. On the flip side, Hoskinson has previously announced that he will expect the hard fork Vasil upgrade to launch on September 22nd after meeting key metrics. So I guess things are definitely coming to fruition pretty soon. People are also still very excited about Algorand. I've covered this crypto, I think, on multiple different occasions on the channel. I'm actually sure that it's not even a question. But here's what the newest, I guess, excitement is all about. With this new update, Algorand is described to be quantum secure. It can now process as many as 6,000 TPS, transactions per second. This is nothing new though for Algo, as it has always been considered one of the crypto networks with the fastest processing transactions, yet people are excited about the upgrade. In fact, Algorand's mainnet can process a maximum of 1,000 transactions per second prior to this upgrade already. And apparently Algo is also up about 7% following the announcement of the mainnet upgrade. Algo beat Bitcoin and Ethereum in transaction speed, obviously, and well, things are doing pretty good for this crypto, yeah. Taking a little look again, because I, forgot about it kinda. What in the world is happening to Terra Classic USDT-ish, or whatever the name of it is, you guys know what I mean? It's literally going absolutely mad. Going to 7 cents again. Can you guys imagine just how crazy that is and how much money I've kind of made back in that little while? You could have literally just bought the dip a couple months ago and be up like 8x on your money on a freaking stable coin that's obviously not so stable anymore. I really wonder if eventually it's going to go back to $1. Just for the memes, that if people are going to push it back towards that level. There's still 9.8 billion, of which I still have myself a very good chunk. But I guess right now we just got to consider Terra Classic USD as like a meme token as well, because the whole idea of being stable at $1 is definitely not so logical anymore. But the fact that it can still move this significantly, it's up 25% today only, is some sign that there might be a lot more appeal to this crypto than might have met the eye. It's crazy. But yeah, if you're wondering why, there's also a burn in place right now for Terra Classic USD. There's also a burn now in place for the old Terra Luna, the Terra Luna Classic. And the new Luna, I guess, is just doing good in the aftermath. Maybe some additional manipulation from the heads of Do Kwon or whatnot. I'm not exactly sure about that one. I still don't respect the project. I still am not a really big fan. I'll still not actually buy more. But it's kind of fun to see my money grow in that sense. And obviously, Bitcoin's little pump also helped with it. Even though right now we're in a a little bit of a confusing zone again, as we've pumped significantly and are looking to potentially come back down to retest $20,000. Then again, it could also be that we slowly retest $20,000 before breaking through this $21,700 level, as well. Those are logical progression pieces, right? We have still got to get above $21,700, which we've not done in a couple of weeks here. August 19th was the last time which we have done so. But I guess we've also not been to these all-time low levels anymore. So I guess things are pretty good for Bitcoin as of this point. Things are looking pretty, solid, let's say. Having said that, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to the channel. There's at least 2 more videos coming out today. So yeah, make sure you stick around today, see some more updates, and see you guys get another one.